great Abia workers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank all Abia workers that have hearkened to our clarion call this afternoon to be here despite all odds and the sun. You have come to see your own. I thank you for that. And we know that we have shortcomings here, like the public address system, but we are not perturbed. What concerns the workers concerns us also. I don't need to re-emphasize that the Abia Civil Service remains my primary constituency. It is the first and foremost constituency that I have. I was like you before, and you can be like me tomorrow. And that is exactly why I am striving while in office, to make sure that I leave legacies, so that if any of you wants to come before me, the person can point at things and say, this is what my predecessor, who was a civil servant, did. And that will campaign for you. Therefore, what I need from you is just simple thing, your cooperation. Look, let me start first and foremost. With what will interest you, this minimum wage. Abia workers, greatest Abia workers, all of you know that since I came into governance, that this government has never stood against anything that concerns the workers. Let me give you the antecedents of this 18,000 minimum wage. When it was discussed at the Council of States meeting, submissions were coming from every state, and the submission that came from Abia State was the highest. That is to say, while others were recommending 10,000, others were recommending 15,000, others were recommending 18,000, Abia State was recommending 45,000. Greatest Abia workers. So, when the discussion came at the Council of States meeting, and when they mentioned the amount from Abia State, every person looked at me, and I was asked, Abia Governor? I said, yes, sir. And he said, I think you said your state is a poor state. Why are you recommending 45,000? I said, sir, yes, we are poor, but my workers have to be comfortable. And today, great Abia workers, and today, the minimum wage has become a reality. And that reality will always start from Abia State. That is to say that we shall pay the minimum wage. Great Abia workers, great Abia workers, greatest Abia workers, we are entering into a covenant. We are entering into agreement. I will pay you a minimum wage, isn't it? But you are going to vote for me. Great Abia workers, yes, I have agreed that I will pay you your minimum wage. But all of you, no single vote. You have to vote for me, PDP, all the way. That is the only way we are going to sustain the minimum wage. I have made a promise. I will implement it. Implementation, yes. Great Abia workers, when to implement it is not a problem. The most important thing is that I have accepted to pay you minimum wage. Now, having said that, that's a promise I've made you. We have entered into a covenant that I'll pay you a minimum wage and you have to vote for me. Now, when the head of service was talking, the head of service, maybe most of you, because of the poor micro system that we have here, most of you did not hear, or you heard, you did not understand what the head of service did. The head of service enumerated the things that this government has done for Abia workers since inception. You don't have the address. Permit me to read them so that all of you will hear it. When I came on board, before I went for elections, I promised all Abia workers, I said, if I am elected, I will promote every person to the next level. Abia workers, listen, let me tell you. But the important thing is that I kept to my promise. If there was any delay, it was from you people. It was the confusion that was amongst you that caused the delay. But I did redeem my promise that I will promote every Abia worker, and that I did. Most of you are enjoying it today. Now, the head of service mentioned, for sure, Abia workers, we've been paying you regularly. We pay you at the end of the month. Every time. We are not owing you any salary arrears. That one is important. We have cleared pension arrears for pensioners. You can check that. We also, listen, let me tell you that when the tenure of the elected chairman of local governments expired, I inherited a total sum of 2.9 billion from them as unpaid salaries. 2.9 billion as of January last year. I inherited from the local government chairman whose term of office expired. And it took me only 6 months. 6 months to clear those arrears and paid all the arrears of workers. That I did by appointing you workers as heads of service to manage the local government. And we achieved that. It's a big achievement. Since I came on board, I have never placed any embargo on promotion. I have not done that. I have the right to do that, but I have not done it for workers. You have been receiving your promotions as at when due. There were civil defense people who were stranded. They had nowhere to go. And the thing came to my knowledge. I directed the head of service to integrate them into the service that is pensionable. They are there today. I have also told the Civil Service Commission to recruit a total number of 1,000 people. 13% of that will go to the disabled people so that they can come and invigorate the service. That is ongoing, and the result will soon come out. I have also, when it came to my knowledge that permanent secretaries were underpaid, they told me, and I looked at the document they gave me and saw that what the permanent secretaries were receiving was very, very below, very poor, when compared with what the other permanent secretaries from other states were getting. I did not hesitate to uplift them to that level. Gradually, we have been providing official cars to our permanent secretaries to enable them work very well. And I have told them, because these were my colleagues, that any of them that retires should go with his official car. We have also approved a new salary scale for medical and allied workers. And finally, we have maintained a very wonderful industrial relationship with the workers, government and the workers. We have done that. A person who has done all these things within this period deserves commendation. And the commendation that will come from you is by voting for me. Listen, let me tell you, all of you are civil servants. I was once a civil servant. And what I was taught is that when you are in service, you belong to any government in power. Ajib, that is what you are. You belong to any government in power. Therefore, all of you belong to PDP as of now.